Great crowd. Appreciate everybody coming. Get this football season kicked off. You know, before we do though, and I know Rick has already talked about Wayne Graham, but how amazing is that? 17 conference championships in a row. A Hall of Famer. Every year that Wayne has won the conference or a region, we get a commitment. And it's, you know, a rising tide raises all ships, and that is really true. And Wayne, just thank you so much because you help us all a lot more than you realize. And what a class guy doing it. So anything we can ever do, we're in for you, Wayne. And that's all these coaches. Rick has done a fabulous job. Every of these head coaches, Jenny, we all work together, and Rick has brought in a heck of a team with Rick Mello and Jack Garrett and Stacy Mosley. And he has an exciting vision about the future for Rice football, this where we're going, the vision of success and the vision with this end zone complex. And that word together, we're all in on that. For the magic to happen, we're all in, and we got to do it all together. This season, I tell you what, I pull up every day, I see that stadium, I actually do get goosebumps looking out there every morning. It really energizes you. And as we can't watch the team work out in the summers, the strength coaches have said it's unbelievable the commitment that these young men have made for excellence for this season. And if you look on a piece of paper, it may not look like we got 4 starters back offensively and 4 back defensively. The reality is we have a lot of players who have started back, and we have a lot of guys who have played in games like John Bodie, who only started 3 games last season, or Trey Briggs, Cody Bauer, who started the year before but last season didn't get to participate because of injury. Same with Philip Gaines. You know, he was, I think, in the 3rd game where he got hurt. Charles Ross, Sam McGuffey. So we have a lot of depth. We're actually going to open 2-a-days with 100 players this year. And that's, you know, that's exciting.
That is,
and I tell you, we only have 8 seniors, but they're an Elite 8. These are guys that are playmakers, and they infect everybody around them with success. They infect everybody around them with a work ethic. And, you know, it said what you tolerate, you become. And we're not in a very tolerant mood around there because we expect this year to compete for a conference championship. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. It's not coach talk. We expect to go to a bowl game. I have never been more excited in my time at Rice on what I think we're capable of doing this year because of the type of chemistry this football team has. There's no doubt these young men are in love with each other and they love Rice. And you see it everywhere you go when they're around each other. You know, I had the seniors over the house for dinner a couple weeks ago, and they're sharing what their goals are for this season, and they're high. And they are making a commitment, they're making an investment in this program where failure is not an option. And that's when you know the magic's about to happen. Every year I've gotten up here and I've talked to you about offense and defense. We'll change it up this year. I'm going to let John Reagan come up, and he's going to introduce the offensive staff and talk to you about where we're going offensively, and then I'm going to introduce Chris Thurman to you, and he's going to introduce the defensive staff. But really excited to have John Reagan coming back. 2nd year, continuity is important, and this is John Reagan, our offensive coordinator.